What's up, friends? We're here to do our Money in the Bank predictions, and it's gonna be short because the card's fucking short. It's 4 matches.
Literally 4 matches.
2 are given Money in the Bank matches, which means that the real creative team of WWE put in the work to give us 2 matches out of the 4.
And one I'm really not excited for. it's the one with the world champions. Anyways, this is the same match.
Yeah.
This is the same amount of matches as the Royal Rumble this year, and the Royal Rumble takes like an hour
really
or something.
long time,
I
yeah.
don't think that these Money in the Bank matches are going an hour. Now we are recording this before Friday Night SmackDown. Maybe they add like Zelina.
Yeah.
Well, who am I kidding? They won't add a mid card
They won't add
women's
women
match. Yeah.
in general.
All right, let's get into it, and let's start
Okay.
with the one mid-card women's title that they do give a fuck about.
Yes.
We will go to Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch. If Lyra ends up defeating Becky, Becky can no longer challenge Lyra for that IC title while Lyra holds it. But if Lyra ends up winning, or Lyra ends up losing, then she has to raise Becky Lynch's hand. I personally think that this is not like given, but I feel pretty strongly. I think Lyra is losing this match. Becky's taking the title.
I do unfortunately think that Becky is winning. The odds, or not the odds, but the repercussions, the stakes
Good word.
feel too much on Becky's side and too little on Lyra's to not have Lyra lose. So I do think there's a chance that we maybe run it back at Evolution, and maybe that's where Lyra gets, her title back. But I do think Becky probably takes this one, unfortunately.
The only way that I see Lyra retaining is if Bayley gets involved, and we're setting up Bayley versus Becky at Evolution and even possibly SummerSlam.
That would be good too. But I think this Becky Lyra feud has been going really, really well. It's making a lot of people very invested, not just in both them, but in Lyra. This is the first time Lyra's really been able to like step up and like take off on the main roster. I think, although I would love Becky Bayley at some point, I do think it would be a mistake to end this so quickly.
I am not usually a fan of hot potatoing the title back and forth.
Yeah.
But for a feud like this that I am on the edge of my seat every single time that they're on, I personally believe currently it's the best piece of Monday Night Raw because they have EO just doing backstage segments. This is the best piece of Monday Night Raw right now. So I would be cool with this going all the way into SummerSlam.
Outside of Live Dawn.
I said what I said.
Don't steal my shit. Outside of Live Dawn, it is the best thing out right now. I do think Becky wins though. I'm okay with hot potatoing just for like this one.
This
scenario,
specific thing, yes.
Because I think it'll be fun to watch.
Yes, I think that Becky and Lyra
So
could go for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Why don't we go to what could possibly actually be the main event here in Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus John Cena and Logan Paul. Out of 1, how excited are you? A 0 or a 1? 0 is nothing. A 1 is 100% you're excited.
-50.
I was literally going to say is in the negatives. Yeah.
My God.
Yeah,
I just I don't, listen, okay, I know how you feel, hater, okay? But I literally never thought that like we'd be talking about a Cody Rhodes match and I would be like, I just don't, I can't do it.
Oh, so now
care.
you're just where I am all the time.
Absolutely not. I still care more than you do. I just like Travis Scott and Logan Paul, and it's so miserable. And I have said this so many times, but I understand the thought process is like, I'm gonna ruin wrestling. Yes, I get it, but from like a business entertainment standpoint, and from the standpoint of people who apparently can't afford to lose a fucking dollar, you shouldn't be going so far that people want to turn off the fucking TV and people don't care. There is a way to ruin wrestling without boring us to fucking death.
No, actually, I think that that's the new wave. Now, I'm going to become a professional wrestler. And right before every match, I'm going to tell them, hey, I'm about to have the worst match of all time. I'm going to do that. And then proceed to have the worst match of all time because I'm completely untrained and don't know what I'm doing. And they go, he's so good at what he does.
Right.
He said it and then he did it. That's a genius.
No,
Because
I think I just hate everyone.
that's the fucking mind track that you have to be on to actually like John Cena's heel run so far. Holy hell, has this been
And
bad?
that's crazy. Who said it was gonna be bad?
Don't remember that.
Oh,
It's probably me. I'm probably always right.
Me. Fucking said it was a bad idea.
I don't think adding Logan Paul and Jey Uso into this Cena Cody
Jey
feud.
Uso.
I don't think it's been good. I don't think it's something that intrigues me. No diss to Jey Uso. It's just that this moves me none.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad there's no Travis Scott wrestling at least.
We're quite
a tiny W.
We're quite literally talking about a match that Cody Rhodes is the best wrestler in this, and that's bad. We should have actually added we should have added Travis Scott to this so that we could add Jimmy Uso to this so that we'd actually have a good wrestler here in Jimmy Uso.
You're so infuriating. Yeah. I genuinely don't know who's gonna win this one. To be honest, I fear it's Cena and Logan Paul.
I don't think so. I think it's Cody and Jay. I think Cody gets that win. He goes, all right, so. Cena, I'm facing you at SummerSlam.
Well, I guess title's not on the line, so it probably will be Cody and Jay.
Exactly. I don't think Jay's losing, and I think that
Jay shouldn't lose.
Honestly, I don't think Cena's taking the pin. I think Logan Paul has to take the pin here.
Please, for the love of God.
Yeah. I'm so unexcited about this. Like the drop down from Lyra Becky to this is dramatic, bro.
It's also crazy because it's like WrestleMania is WrestleMania, and like I was so not excited for WrestleMania, and then it's like Money in the Bank is always one of my favorites.
Me too.
Personally.
Me too.
And I'm just so I'm excited for only the women on this entire card.
Yeah, I get more excited about Money in the Bank than I do like Survivor Series. Like,
oh no, 100%.
To me, it's in my top four.
It's literally like Mania,
maybe Rumble,
and Money in the Bank are usually my favorites, and then like SummerSlam usually just like they do well for. But like
I would
these are my favorite pay-per-views.
I like Money in the Bank more than I like SummerSlam.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm a little disappointed to be honest, and like I'm already like, oh my god, I just know the amount of commercials and ads we're gonna receive. I just feel it coming. Oh my god, it's gonna be insane.
This is not even talking about the fact that we are gonna have Worlds Collide on right before that. That we were gonna be watching.
It's gonna be a long Saturday.
It's gonna be a long Saturday. Luckily, there's no Liverpool. No, I mean that actually probably could have boosted my spirits.
It's fair,
but
it would have been entertaining at least.
So you're going with Cody and
I'll go
Jay?
with Cody Jay, yeah, because it's
and you're going Becky as well.
I'm going
so
Becky
we agree fully.
Yeah.
So we need to get some different picks here
let's
in the Money in the Bank. But I want to start with the men's because I'm way more excited about the women's.
That's fair.
So in the men's, Solo Sikoa, LA Knight, Penta, Seth Rollins, Andrade, and El Grande Americano.
Kill me. Hear me out. I'm going Solo.
Okay, we are going to differ here. You're going Solo.
We are. Do I truly believe it's a 50-50 shot? But I think that's who I want. Like, I love Seth Rollins, do not get me wrong. Seth Rollins holding the briefcase does not fit what I feel like the briefcase should be.
100%.
So
totally
I don't really want to, like, I have always said, just for the people watching, the briefcase to me should either be somebody who needs to be elevated to the world title scene or someone who's more of like, I don't want to say like a rookie necessarily, but somebody like newer, younger, like a Tiffany, right? Penta honestly would kind of fit the Money in the Bank briefcase description that I'm going for, but I'm just like, I'm feeling Solo Sikoa. I'm feeling my tribal chief. I feel like he deserves it. And this could make him and Jacob kind of a little interesting.
In this match, Solo's the youngest of this. I mean, like Penta's the newest, but yeah, Solo's the youngest.
That's fair.
No, what I was actually going to ask you, since to try to make this video not like 5 minutes long, that's it. And that's WWE's fault.
Two matches.
So I'm going to go down the list and I'm going to ask you if you think that there is a viable, successful cash-in here for each of the wrestlers. So Solo, do you think that there is a successful cash-in for Solo?
Yes.
And who is that? Who would that be against?
Okay, so hear me out.
Because I think I'm probably thinking the same thing that you are.
Jey Uso.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
I think it could be funsies. I think it would be like the Bloodline, but like better, right? And less painful and less long. I think it could be super fun without Roman in it.
Well, I think that Roman could get involved with the whole Seth thing, and he screws over, and like he takes out Seth, and Jay wins, and then everything is like destroyed, and then Jay's like, "Oh my god, thank God I retained." Bang, Solo. You know, and then Roman's like, "What the?"
Okay,
like I forgot about Solo.
Yeah, forget Roman, leave. No, I want Roman nowhere near this, but I want the drama and the tea. Because listen, respectfully, if you take Roman out of the Bloodline story, it's so much more funsies. There's more girly pop. There's more funny. There's more jokes. There's more laughter.
Roman's
there's
a
more
little
entertainment.
girly pop.
He is boring.
No, so I think that the avenue that they would go with, though, if Solo won, which I could see him very well winning, is that he would end up costing Jacob accidentally the U.S. title, and then Jacob would cost him the Money in the Bank,
That's
probably against Jay, or vice versa. Solo costs, or Jacob costs Solo because he doesn't want to see Jay lose the title.
I think what I would kind of like is Solo would obviously have to win the Money in the Bank, but what I would kind of like is obviously we're getting towards Solo versus Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
So we have the Solo Jacob feud. Jacob comes out of that the winner, but he still has the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Mm-hmm.
So he loses that feud. Maybe he like goes away for a while. He stands at the back. He's very quiet, whatever. And then he cashes in on Jey Uso at like Survivor Series or like WrestleMania or like whatever. Just comes back with a bang.
Yeah.
It's so much better. It's so much better without Roman Reigns.
Okay, so I'm going to continue this.
Right.
LA Knight. Do you see LA Knight as a winner?
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Just do not see a successful cash in for LA Knight.
For where? No, I'm sorry.
Penta.
I feel like but not right now.
Penta would be like, I don't see the landscape of like who is champion when this happens.
Yeah, like he's not cashing in on. They're not gonna put him in the Cena thing, and it's not gonna be Jey Uso. Yeah. I feel like he's still in like the mid card title area.
Yeah, Seth Rollins. Obviously.
No, well, I mean, like, he could, obviously. Yeah. But, like, I just don't like that play.
I think Seth is probably the betting odds favorite.
He probably is, and I get why, but I would rather, like, he could win it without that. Like, I don't,
Andrade.
No.
That was rude. That was rude.
He should be happy to be on camera.
That was rude. El Grande Americano.
He should also be happy to just be on camera.
So the thing that I've seen people theorize is that El Grande Americano would end up cashing in on Vikingo for the AAA Mega Championship because Triple H hates the Money in the Bank. It's a really dumb idea. It's really, really, really dumb.
I'll shut the TV off. I swear to God.
It's really dumb. I think that Seth is the betting odds favorite here. I do see an avenue of LA Knight winning, and maybe he's the guy to cash in on John. But I could also see him Cena. But I could also see him cashing in on Cody Rhodes and turning heel.
None of that's happening.
I could see a heel turn coming out of this from LA
Knight.
Knight.
Really, really sweet of you. You're such a good person and try to like come up with something for him. None of that's happening.
I think that the long-term thing for Penta is obviously Rey Fenix. So I think that LA Knight, Solo, Seth Rollins are the only ones that make real sense to me.
I'm going Solo. I'm pushing for my guy.
I think I'm gonna go. Seth Rollins makes a lot of sense to this story. I kind of want to say LA Knight, though.
I think my problem is, like, if I look at Seth Rollins and his group, I feel like he could definitely have a title, but, like, something like Money in the Bank feels like it suits Braun or Bronson.
100%. I think that it should have went to Braun or Bronson.
Because I think Money in the Bank briefcase is obviously a huge thing, and you could become champion off of it. Yeah. But I see it almost as like a step below. It's more of a mid-card thing. Yeah. So I guess I just don't see somebody like Seth Rollins, who is very much World Heavyweight Championship like material, getting. I'm gonna say
that Seth Rollins wins.
Okay.
Because Punk comes out, or Roman comes out, whoever, and they attempt to take down Seth, and we see one. Ricky Saints comes out to help out Seth Rollins. He is the fourth member of the group. This is just my fantasy booking. That would make me really,
I don't know why
happy.
You feel that way. Okay, that's fine.
That would just make me really happy. I want to see Ricky involved, though. Get me involved with Rick. But I could very well see LA Knight winning this.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with Solo.
All right, so now the women's, which I think is way more intriguing here.
Yeah, it is.
Alexa Bliss.
Can I be honest?
What?
I see an avenue for each of them.
Every single one of them except for one, in my personal opinion. Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, Rhea Ripley, Julia, Naomi, and Stephanie Vicaire.
Who do you not see an avenue for?
Rhea Ripley. There's no reason for her to win it. There's not
I'm so sorry. When I said an avenue, I meant a way that they would do it. I didn't mean deserving or needed. In which case, Rhea, they'll probably just fucking hand it to her. I think Rhea's great. I'm torn because I think the three most obvious ones for me. Yeah. I know there's only 6. Are Roxanne, Stephanie, or Naomi. Yeah. I think Naomi makes a ton of sense. I also think Stephanie makes a lot of sense, and I think Roxanne made more sense before they officially put her in the Judgment Day thing.
So, yeah.
I think now that
She's
she
got the story
has
going on.
something,
Yeah.
she doesn't really need all this. So I think that kind of narrows it to Naomi and Stephanie. I do feel like it's probably going to be Stephanie. But I really like it to be Naomi.
Now, the only thing that I could see, so I am going to say, so who are you taking officially? Because I'm going to take Stephanie. So I feel like
Stephanie.
No, I was gonna say that you should go Naomi.
Should I? Okay, I'll go Naomi.
Because I want it to be Naomi.
I want it to be Naomi. I fear they're gonna make it Stephanie. Well, I shouldn't say fear. Stephanie's amazing. There's nothing wrong with her. I just want it to be Naomi because I want her to get like this really big push.
Naomi makes so much sense.
She does. I'll go Naomi.
So something that I think that this Money in the Bank is going to be really, really important for the girls' stories going for a while now, because I think if Stephanie wins that, she's cashing in, she announces it, and she cashes in at Evolution, already letting Io know, and she ends up beating Io for the title, right?
Okay.
That has a whole different change to than it being Io and Kyrie versus
Liv and
Raquel, all of that, right?
Yeah.
But say Naomi wins it.
Mm-hmm.
I could see, obviously, I then think that we're going towards Naomi or Bianca or Jade end up winning the championship from Tiffany, and then Naomi attempting to cash in. I think that we're probably getting towards at SummerSlam a triple threat of your triple threat that you wanted: Naomi, Bianca, and Jade.
Jade, yeah.
Say Roxanne wins it, that makes me go, oh, they're teasing Liv and Io because Liv's getting that title, and then Roxanne can cash in on Liv.
Yeah.
So there's so many different avenues. As much as my number one pick, if I was just picking this, would be Julia. I want Julia to win it, but I think that she already defeated Zelina and already told Zelina that she wants the U.S. title. Why would she want the U.S. title if she's already going to have Money in the Bank?
Right.
She's going to go after Zelina, which I'm totally fine with because I think that she can elevate that championship. Rhea makes no sense here, just genuinely, just would not make sense. And then Alexa, I like the story of Alexa. Immediately, what she does on the mic is says, "I've been gone for the last 2 years, so like I need to make up for lost time.
Yeah,
I need to win the championship like immediately."
Yeah,
and that makes total sense. But she's got the story going on with Charlotte.
Yeah.
To me, I think if I was booking this in the landscape of how they've done it, I would pick Naomi. But I feel like they're going Stephanie.
I'm getting a little nervous about Stephanie, to be honest. They're setting her on a track where like she's getting everything really, really quickly. And that makes me nervous because they hand Rhea everything. And it took a few years, but she's now getting a lot of hate. And they've sent her down a road where like she now can't do anything non-title related.
The Charlotte formula. Yeah.
Right. I worry that in a year's time Stephanie's down that path. I don't think so, and I hope not, but I fear that like it's just been so quick.
It's almost like an oversaturation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or like overstimulation.
She got to NXT, got the first title, got the second title, got to be the first ever double champion. Immediately goes main roster, immediately faces Io, immediately Money in the Bank. Probably gonna win Money in the Bank. It's just like, and I do think that she may win.
No,
if she gets a cash in. But
the more that you say this, the more I go against my theory.
Okay.
I think that makes sense because then Stephanie's not taking a pin. She's not losing per se. I do think that this is all signs lead to Naomi.
I hope so. I would like it to be Naomi. I'm going to stick with my pick. Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say we can switch. If you want to take Stephanie, I'll take Naomi. No, I think that this one's genuinely hard.
It is hard, but I think it's going to make it really fun to watch.
I was going to say it's really difficult to pick in a great way.
They're not. But if they're smart, this should main event. It won't.
This absolutely should main event.
Because it's probably going to be the best match. I mean, maybe Lyra and Becky. But it'll probably be the most entertaining match to watch because it's a Money in the Bank match and it's the women who are always better than the men, respectfully.
This year, certainly.
And it's the most unpredictable.
Yeah.
And it's I think it's rare, in my opinion, from my memory, which to be fair isn't great, but I think it's very rare to go into a Money in the Bank saying like it could be any of the 6.
Yeah.
But there's a good shot of it being one of 4.
Yeah. 100%.
That's very rare to have, and I feel like that deserves a main event spot. Again, it won't. It's probably gonna open the fucking show. But it's fine.
I will say that I imagine that Cody, Jay, Cena, Logan main events.
Yes.
I think if we have seen Seth Rollins win, he may cash in same night.
It's fair.
He may cash in on Jay to win the title.
I think if they do the men's Money in the Bank first, that leans towards Seth Rollins winning, and then he cashes in
I
later
even
that
think
night.
as long as they don't do it last, I think that
I
he
guess
could,
that's
he could
fair,
very well
yeah.
cash in. So
All right.
that's my feelings on it.
Well, let us know what you think. Let us know what your predictions are, who you think is going to win, what you think is going to happen. Give us all your thoughts, questions, theories, comments, all of the fun stuff. And hopefully we will see you for our really long stream for Worlds Collide and then Money in the Bank on Saturday.
It's going to be a rough one.
So-
Twitch.tv/make yourself famous.
It's going to be a long one, friends. See you there.
Deuces, deuces.